Hello, this is MARSHALgoldpack, audio log part 5. So, the community was pretty much over for me. I kept my eyes on it. I watched the great rise and fall of the Sankili community and the UNSC community rising to defeat them and all that cool dramatic stuff. USSR slowly fading into the black. That was really happy. That was very enjoyable to watch. I wasn't a big fan of them. Secret little hackers and stuff. And yeah, heard a lot about the UN, but not too much. All I heard is that they're like super big. I didn't know that much. I didn't even play Halo that much. I mean, I played Halo all the time, but that was really just with me and my friends. I even went back and played all the other Halo campaigns on Legendary again. And yeah, just really enjoyed myself. I was out of the community for just about 3 years. And even though Goldpack came back, third gen came around on the 12th of the 5th, 2014, I came back to the community a lot longer before that. I came back to the community immediately when it was 2014. And, you know, I already got to the rank of Herita. I was such a good player. I could play a game of Rumble Pit and have those epic moments where you just come around with a Magnum and just, take 5 or 4 people down immediately and still manage to just survive and always come out on top. I was kind of sweating it, and it was really annoying because when you inherit it, there's really not that much to do. I was beginning to win my firefight games on Legendary like all the time. I never played Firefight Arcade. I was pretty much allergic to that. I refused to play arcade. That was gross. I loved playing Legendary though, all the time. I was Inheritor, 100% armory completion, had a spare 10 million to use, and I was beginning to win Firefight on Legendary a lot. So I thought, man, there's no way I want to go back to being a clan leader though. So I thought, I'll join the community, something I've never done before. I mean, I could see it being actually really fun. It won't take up, my life or mess me up, and I can just really enjoy the community for what it is. The first clan I've pretty much joined, I'm coming along, and this person called Scouty Elite just said, "Would you like to join the clan I'm in? It's known as Fleet of Truth. Please message me." With a happy face. I'm like, oh, he must be as good as any. Even though it was a Sankili clan, I thought, I don't mind Sankilis. I mean, I really did not like the Covenant, but as long as they weren't in the Covenant and they didn't have prophets, I was happy. So I found out that they didn't have prophets. I joined Scouty Elite's game, and we talked, and I talked to his officer, Crash Man, or whatever his name was. I can't remember back then, it was so long. I didn't really keep track. That clan wasn't running too well. I heard some good things about it, but it must have been in the downhill. I have no idea. But it wasn't running too smoothly, and I pretty much got kicked out of the clan because I kept asking too many questions like, who's the overall leader? Who are the people I should contact when I'm requesting any information? If I recruit people, who do I send them to? Like, I pretty much just want to know everything about the clan before I fully get dug into it. As far as I'm concerned, they just saw me as some sort of spy and we don't want you. I'm like, you guys are really dumb, you know that? I'm like, wow, I can't believe that first clan attempt failed. But if they're that clueless about their very own clan, then I didn't even want to be in it. So that was pretty annoying. I moved on. And I heard a lot about DOD. I can't, Defense of, what, no, Department of Defense. I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah, Department of Defense. And some guy named Joshua with a messed up Spartan tag with numbers and letters in it. It's obviously an overused name, but he recruited me into that. I came across him in matchmaking. It was just a random to me. He was sending recruitment messages as well. And when I started talking to them, they weren't a big fan of St. Killy clans at all, like kind of racist style. And I wasn't really keen. I wasn't cool with that. I'm like, oh, but what about the poor St. Killies? Because when I got back in the community, they're struggling as far as I'm concerned. As far as like okay, joining a St. Killy clan, I'd rather be in a clan that's getting more battles than not getting battles. St. Killies would always get a fight. By that point, 2014, elite clans would get a fight anywhere they went because there weren't that many. There was UNSC clans everywhere, but the St. Killy community was dying by that point. They had a really good start, but the ending, not so good. I did have a go on Halo 4. I put the game in, took forever to install because you had to, otherwise you couldn't play multiplayer. And I had one extremely good look at the game. My head started to hurt, and I refused to play. I'm like, nah. I managed to go through the first campaign mission. I'm like, nah, no, I'm not playing this. No way in heck. Oh man, I can't believe I pretty much didn't play that game at all until the Xbox One was out and about. I played that game when it was dead. I never got to see Halo 4 when it was fully alive and active. Kind of hilarious. But from the sounds of it, I didn't miss out on much, I'll tell you that. I just felt like, yeah, I'm going to stick to Reach. And that was already years after it came out. God. But, so yeah. I tried recruiting people into DOD. They didn't like my recruiting method. Apparently I was doing it all backwards and the wrong way. And I ended up getting into an argument with one of their officers. And I just felt like, you don't deserve to have me in your clan. And they're just like, if you're going to be like that, then go off. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So it was literally less than a week and I left DOD. And then I came across this guy called Stephenson, who was recruiting again. He led a clan, the leader of it, founder, called SSCM, which apparently it was Secret Service Colonial Marines. Oh man, what a name. The name weren't too impressive, but the guy was a Pommy, a British person, and I thought that was quite hilarious. It was an American. I'm like, huh, something new. I've never had a Pommy for a clan leader, so as long as it's something new, right? And they weren't UNSC. So we gave him a crack. I gave him a crack. Me and one of my friends, I recruited into it. That wasn't too bad. I stayed in that clan for like a good 3 steady-ish weeks. Not too fast-paced because I got to talk to a lot of people. Made some friends in that clan who are still with me as of today. A couple of the great people I met in that clan actually was Stephenson, you could say, was one of them until he got on my bad side. I think his name was Stephenson 697. That account's no longer in use. I'm pretty sure he changed it to something like Colonel Cole. I know, I've blocked him. I haven't bothered to unblock him. And one of his friends I got to make was the Dragon Slayer. He wasn't too bad. Bloody Warlord. He's funky fresh. I'm still friends with him as of today, actually. And Monarch. As well as Nova Storm. Oh, Nova Storm. I've lost contact with him, but I wish I haven't. And Nazgul. Good old Nazgul. Oh my god. I had to do so much research for this log because you can get the gamer tags if you have a picture of them. If you have a picture of them on Halo Reach, you can go to the Halo Reach waypoint, and in the picture, if the person's been located, then it'll show up their current gamer tag. I could pretty much not even remember most of the people I've met, so because I had a picture of them with pictures of me, I was able to actually get their gamer tags, but boy, was that a lot of messing around. Oh yeah, I could see a lot of potential in Stephenson. I thought he'd be a pretty good leader. But the way he was running things and doing it was so horrible. It was so backwards. He was putting effort into all the wrong projects. I'm like, he didn't even have his own clan bases. He just stole maps from other clans and used them as his own. I'm like, dude, that's gross. Let me help you. And it's like, look, if you listen to my advice, I'll be more than happy to make you a clan base because I'm really good at it. Like, really, really good. And he was so thick-headed. This guy was an absolute moron, but I could see good leadership in him. I didn't realize he was. If I hadn't known he was that much of a moron, I would have left him immediately. But you know, you don't know someone until you actually get to know them. I tried my best to help him out. I really wanted it was my third clan. I really wanted it to work out. After like already 3 weeks of trying, it went downhill. Like, I mean, I started making him a HQ map, which is actually known for Goldpack as HQ Eagle. And that's a pretty epic base. That's a really epic base. I've hosted so many raids on it. I was putting so much effort into it. Even Stephenson really liked it. But I was trying to convince Stephenson, like, he had a armor restriction, a service tag restriction, and a color restriction for 5 different divisions, like some sort of secret service division, ODST division, marine division, sniper division, security division, air force division. I'm just thinking, dude, you like no one's gonna want to join a clan. I mean, the amount of restriction was insane. I'm like, please listen to me, bro. You could be so much better. Just have trust in my advice, please. I don't want power. I just want this clan to be good. It's my third attempt of being in someone else's clan. But nah, he was too thick-headed and he wanted to do his ways. As far as he was concerned, he thought I was trying to change the clan to be more like my clan or something like that. But I'm like, no. Like, there's a way to do things that impresses people. Then there's the other way that just looks really noobish. Like, just really, really noobish. I didn't realize that was the second time you ever led a clan. But, you know, I gave it my best shot. I really did. And that did not work out. Like, it ended with me starting my own little... I decided that, it was like, Stephenson, it's not going to work. I'm going to leave. It was really depressing because we had a lot of arguments and we are pretty good friends at the time too. I ended up leaving. I was going to just do my own thing and start up this little group. No, I was going to call the SSCP. It was going to be a Strategical Sentinel Combat Program. It was a funny name. SSCM, and I was going to name mine SSCP just for the hell of it. And Stephenson's pretty much messaged me saying, look, I'm sorry, I please want you back. I want to listen to your advice. Don't people deserve a second chance? And I really think people deserve second chances. So I thought, that sounds great. I joined his game. He said he wanted to have a meeting and talk about it because I was starting to recruit a couple of people at that point. And I was planning to make a division and join the clan as a division to help that clan out. But when I joined his game to have that meeting, I was immediately assassinated by Stephenson's little zombie soldier, the Dragon Slayer, his name was. And he posted that everywhere. He shared it, he got people downloaded. I'm like, dude, that was so annoying. I immediately went to join another clan. I was hopefully going to convince that clan to attack the SSCM, to start a war, get some conflict going. And that was Spartan Raiders. And the guy who I found for that clan was actually ex-Spartan Space Raider X. I'm not sure if that's still his gamer tag. The current leader of that clan is TLO Pure Evil. No, that's not exactly his gamer tag, but it's pretty close to it. The clan's name is now TLO. I actually have no idea what it means. I can't find it anywhere, and the leader of TLO doesn't respond to my messages, which is kind of annoying, so I guess it'll just be known as TLO. The Spartan Raiders clan changed the name to TLO. In that track at the time, the Spartan Raiders. I joined that clan and they were just idiots. They're better now, I think. I'm not sure. But I know Spartan Raiders, who was apparently the current leader or division leader, was just an absolute moron. And when I started asking them questions about the clan, he was starting to call me a noob and an idiot and a greenhorn. And I just assassinated him in a game and he lost his shit. He went ape shit. He was just becoming so obnoxious and annoying. It was so annoying. Like, the first 4 clans I ever joined went utterly horrible. I was so torn up and annoyed about it. Like, I thought, like, I didn't bring back GOLDPACK at that time because I didn't want to be a leader. Being a leader takes a lot of work. Either you got to be completely in it, or might as well not be in it at all. You can't do a half-ass effort with a clan. Half-ass effort gets you nowhere in clan community when you're leading. When you're leading, a clan needs your full attention. It really does. Otherwise, it's the amount of work you put into your clan is what kind of results you're going to get out of your clan. I wasn't prepared to give it my full effort because I was too busy, doing my own things. I was working by that point. And, yeah. Anyway, so with a lot of rage and hatred building up about those incredibly 4 annoying events that happened in those 4 clans, I just thought, oh my god, I'm losing it. I'm so annoyed. God damn it. So I started this thing. Well, I already had the name for it, but I gave up, but I restarted the SSCP, the Strategic Sentinel Combat Program. The idea was to become a complete sweaty and just recruit insanely. I sent out so many messages, I got blocked by Microsoft by it. I must have sent like over, in less than a week, about 800 people, 1,000 people must have got a message by me saying, would you like to join my expendable group to become an elite soldier to help me take down a couple of clans. The idea was to just completely train the hell out of a big group of people, about 20, 30 people max. And they all had to wear the Gungidia helmet. Like, the Gungidia helmet was the only restriction. That, and you had to wear the bear paw, but in red, not yellow. I got, eventually after 1 week of just gutting it, pretty much 2 weeks. The first week was recruiting. The second week was training the heck out of the people I managed to find and recruit. In that second week, we just played BTB. We 1v1 each other a lot. I kept persistently, annoyingly messaging them and telling them tips and how they should be doing this and that, and we'll play some more BTB. I'll see if they're using a DMR, not their AR, and actually getting better at the game. Wish they were, they're getting so much better. And then came the time when we're pretty much ready. The next week we went through full game plans. I showed them everything there is to raids. I showed them maps, my own maps that I used to use in Gen 2, as well as some from the community. God knows what maker or clan they came from. I was just showing them, and I was like, this is how raids work. Because these people, they weren't even, they're pretty pro. They play BTB all the time, but they weren't in the clan community. Only 3 of them's been in clan community. The rest of them were all new to it. So I went through the entire ins and outs of training them about raids and how it works, and depending on what weapons you get, the ammunition about 90% of the time will be unlimited. You'll start with AR, maybe a Magnum, and if you're lucky, a DMR. That really depends on the map. The map's horrible, it's OP. But this was an elite group of soldiers, and to me, they're completely and utterly expendable. The idea wasn't to start a whole clan and get things crazy again. The idea was just to completely trash and dominate the 4 failed clans that went wrong when I joined them. It was pretty much just Operation Avenge. So I told them the first we're going to target is Fleet of Truth. Next will be Department of Defense. Next will be the Secret Service, Colonial Marines, then Spartans, Raiders, which is now TLO. And I gave him the full game plan, how it's going to work, all of it, like absolutely all of it. And when that was it, they were ready. That's when I had to get spies in the clan. And I continued to train them for another couple of days. But I would message members within Fleet of Truth, DOD, SSCM, and SR, and convince people that I was in their clan or have friends that might want to join their clan. And the people I was messaging didn't even know me. They're off a friends list, and I knew they're in that clan. And I pretty much convinced them to give me an invite when I needed it. And not just one of them, but they're like at least 5 or 10 people from each clan. It had to be safe because you never know which ones will or won't be online. All you need is a single invite. Once you're in that game, if they kick you, it's a win. Or it annoys them, it makes them look bad, then you start messaging the members. It wasn't really fair playing, but I wasn't out there to play fair. I was just out there to get a good skirmish going and pretty much get my fix for it. So after having my super elite squad of strategic sentinel combat program soldiers, the name wasn't too well thought out, was it? We waited. This was in the, hang on. That's good coffee. Man, I see my dad chipped another one of my good mugs. I only have 5 of these things left. They're older than I am. Veering off track here. Okay. So, this was this massive skirmish against these clans. Operation Avenge. Started on the 4th month of 2014. April. Shortly after my birthday. And it was interesting because after getting spies in different clans trying to get the ones I wanted, I found out there was a lot of drama. Like, the community was at that point going so crazy. There was all these clans coming up blue, becoming really powerful. UNSC clans fighting each other high-com, DDoSing members in other UNSC clans, and yeah, it was like shit was really going down at that point. There was so much debates and arguments. I even looked up some of the stuff on YouTube and I thought, my god, this community is just like, it is going crazy. They obviously don't like Halo 4. And that's when like the mentions of Halo 5 was going to come out. That got people excited. They saw a future in Halo 5, obviously. After looking at the trials now, I think they're wrong. No, if you're saying clearly they're wrong, UNSC clan would be just fine. Although it kind of sucks. Halo 5, epic game. Looks like it'll be pretty good after a couple of updates. Yet, UNSC clans won't have any St. Achilles of battle. It's so grey. It really is. God, 343 Studio. 343 Industries, they're just so bad. Anyway. So, we waited for the perfect time to join. And we were ready, like me and my members, me and the 32 guys I had were just so trained, so ready. We had a couple of warm-up sessions in BTB. And we're waiting for any of the spies from the Fleet of Truth to get online. And they did get online. And I started messaging all of them. But just as a warm-up, I messaged a couple of the people from DOD, SSCM. I only had 2 people in SSCM that were ready and happy to invite me, but they never ended up coming online. Unfortunately, it was so annoying. I never got to battle the SSCM with my elite force. Stephenson was like publicizing me extremely, so all his members must have knew what was going on. Bloody Warlord wasn't with me at the time, you're still with him. I didn't care. I didn't try to recruit old members with the SSCP. I only tried to find pros in BTB, convince them to join me and have some fun, and that was pretty much it. Nothing super serious. They got to learn lots of stuff too. It was pretty good. So we got to begin the elite assault against the Fleet of Truth. And boy, was that insane. Two of the spies managed to send me an invite to the lobby I wanted. They were hosting a meeting on one of their super holy meeting maps. That was also a raid map as well. Unconventional raid map. And funny enough, we had warhogs at the spawn. I don't know if they captured the base from another clan or if they just like warhogs, but this St. Killer clan was using a map that had UNSC vehicles for the spawn. The base was pretty big. I mean, they had like so much. They even had a cute little scarab, like a model scarab with some shade turrets on it. It looks pretty awesome. But when we got in, we were charging. We're so ready. I even got some invites from the spies from DOD and even SR, because they happened to be online. SR was doing training lobby. DOD was doing another meeting and a raid. But our focus was on Fleet of Truth. Me and my members got in. We armed ourselves, got on the Warhogs, and we're straight into it. We started slaughtering them. I sent messages out quickly before we got into the Warhog saying that if you leave the game, kick us or exit, it's a raid win. Deal with it. And it was a slaughter frenzy. Amazingly, they didn't kick us for the first 40 minutes. Those 40 minutes was an absolute slaughtering though. Even though there was only 7 of us and the rest were all St. Keely, a lot of them must have been low ranks because man, they weren't fighting well at all. Like, it was a slaughtering. By the time they kicked us all from the game, we already like got in about 59 kills and they didn't even get like 20 on us. We even captured the base immediately too. After that, we managed to, after we all got kicked, we immediately got the bombarder, the DOD, and we did 2 different bombarders. One half of my group went into one of their forges, and then the other half went into the meeting, and we just slaughtered them. The other half managed to destroy their forge map, and they didn't save it, luckily. So boy, did they rage from that. I let them know it was from me too. And we demolished everyone that was doing the meeting until we kicked immediately. I didn't get to assassinate the guy who was running the show. His name was DOD Collins. I don't know, I'm probably getting confused with a different person now. I didn't really stay in the DOD for that long. Anyway, and then we quickly moved on to the SR. We got into a raid. They're versing another small clan. We decided to help out the small clan. It was a joint convention that time. And we slaughtered them. We told them we were alliance, we just fed them lies. It was pretty much dirty playing, but we didn't care. We had so much fun. We weren't trying to be honourable about it. It was just a slaughter frenzy. Oh man, they raged out of that raid. They got so mad when we took their base and just slaughtered them. My strategic sentinel program worked so well. Boy, was that amazing. And then I got a message. Like, that day was over. I didn't get to get Stephenson back, unfortunately. I still owe him. But things got quiet, and the very next day, I got a message from this person called Dr. Dre. And he said, the message was a voice message like, "Hey, why are you trying to recruit one of my members, huh? What did I ever do to you? I'm a clan leader. Would you want to talk to me and explain yourself?" I'm thinking, God damn, this guy sounds like, so up himself, but pretty legit. So I decided, yeah, why not? I joined his party, and I was like, yeah, I was recruiting a group of elite soldiers, and I was going to destroy 4 clans I hated the guts out of because they messed me up. They treated me wrongly. And now I'm going to leave the community forever. He's like, his reaction was pretty much, well, if you have that many people in your group, why don't you just join me? You could become a squad division leader in the 99th and lead your own division. And I'm like, you know what, that sounds extremely legit. I'm going to take you up on that offer. And that that was it. I ended up joining the 99th Regiment, invited by Dr. Dre himself. I'm MARSHALgoldpack. If you enjoyed this vlog, then I'll see you for part 6. As always, see you on the flip side, guys. Marshall out.